Good evening, guys. Second video for the evening, the date the 26th of August 2022. The subject matter here relates to the court case that finalized this week, WTF Afriforum, and the subject matter of that court case being the Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer song. Whether that's hate speech or not, it was brought before the Equality Court by Afriforum in an attempt, seemingly, apparently, supposedly, to quell that and to stop the EFF or any other organization from singing that song or using it. Okay, let's rewind a little bit, a couple of years back, where Malema, then still the youth leader of the ANC, was also brought before court, and eventually on this exact same subject matter. And in that case, eventually, Afriforum then settled the matter with the ANC to say that if this song is sung in certain contexts, then it will not be regarded as hate speech. I will publish the actual agreement made, the settlement agreement made at that point in time by Afriforum with the ANC on my Telegram. It's going to be there in PDF form. You will be able to go and view it yourself. Now, let's fast forward then years on. During this year, they brought a new case, a case afresh, but basically on the same grounds. Highly publicized, giving Afriforum tremendous publicity. Also the EFF, tremendous publicity. I watched what happened in court. I saw the lackluster, if not pathetic, way that Afriforum presented their case. It was basically, to a large extent, based on so-called expert witnesses, those expert witnesses not being experts. It was actually found by court that they were not experts, and mostly centered around what Ernst Roots had to say in his book, Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer. The exact same title as that they were opposing in court during this trial. Ernst made quite an amount of publicity for himself in his person, but also then for the sale of this book. Every time we saw him during a live feed or on social media or even mainstream media, he was promoting his book and not really speaking of the case. Just simply giving short reports on what happened during the court, and this happened to him, and the book was even snatched from his hands at one point, etc., etc., but everything was relating to Ernst Roots and the book he wrote on the subject. Advocate Oppenheimer, on behalf of Afriforum, really came across as to be maybe the poorest, the most poor cross-examiner I've ever seen in my life. Malema outplayed him during the cross-examination on Malema. He even mocked him. He mocked Afriforum. He mocked the process. And Advocate Oppenheimer just simply wasn't in any league to take on a person as shrewd as Malema. You know me as vehemently opposed to the EFF. My record speaks for itself, but we must be very cognizant to the fact that Malema is a master at generating publicity for himself. He's a master at controlling situations to his benefit, and that is exactly what he did. He took this whole issue against him, this whole court case, and he turned it into an anti-white slug fest. And Oppenheimer, being the nincompoop that he is, could not stop that. Malema just simply ran over him as an advocate trying to cross-examine. If you go and read the transcripts of the court, I don't know if they are available yet, or you go and re-watch the videos, re-look at what happened and transpired during the court case, even outside the court, and especially what the judge said in the judgment, you will come to realize that it was a publicity stunt by Afriforum that blew up in their faces. Exactly the same as we had this week with Louis Liebenberg trying to create a publicity stunt to promote himself, blowing up in his face. Afriforum, I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed that you speak, or you purport to speak on behalf of Afrikaners. I'm not speaking of the ordinary man on the ground belonging to Afriforum, the Afriforum buurtwachten, the Afriforum activists on the ground, the people fixing roads, the people doing real work, the actual heart and body and soul of the organization. But I am ashamed of the leadership of that organization. You dropped us, and you dropped us because you wanted to create publicity for yourself. You tried to create debit orders for yourself, and you tried to sell Ernst's book on the issue of Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer. It's actually the title of his book. Now, how can you approach court to say nobody is supposed to use the term Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer, because that is hate speech, but your book is titled Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer? And nobody can explain that to me. There's a reason why nobody can explain it to me other than gaining publicity from the suffering, the death of people during farm murders, during white genocide in South Africa. You are trying to capitalize on that. You've been trying to capitalize on that for many years. All the little trips across to America and Europe. And here we're sitting 27 years later, and farm murders are at its worst. We've never seen the attack on the agricultural sector as we've ever seen. You failed. If you try to stop farm murders, what you were doing, the campaigns that you were running, you failed. Here's the problem. You failed at the cost of people like myself, people like Debbie Elst, people like, I can call a host of names, real activists against us. We suffered because of what you did. We could not finish our work, and we still cannot finish our work because of the presence of an Afriforum and the Ernst roots in this whole game. You've actually caused more damage than you caused harm. Relating to the EFF, they see this as a tremendous victory that they've won in the court now. They see it as a tremendous boost to their prominence in this country as a political option for especially the black youth and the black diamonds, where sentiments of anti-white and anti-capitalist is very deeply entrenched. So yes, you buggered up, and you buggered up big time this time around. Solidarity, Afriforum, the whole cluster that runs as Afriforum Solidarity Movement. You really buggered up. So I'm extremely disappointed in what happened here. It's very close to Solidarity nearly buggering up the whole issue about COVID by trying to get into the spotlight and trying to create a case where there was no case before the Labour Court. Thank God we could remedy the damage that was caused during that case. However, I don't know if we will be able to remedy the damage that was now caused with this thing of Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer. The average black South African out there, and I speak to a lot of black South Africans, I speak to a lot of our fellow countrymen, feel that the EFF is out of control, feel that there's a place for white people in this country as there is for any other race in this country. So the general black population out there do not support what is happening here. However, the EFF numbers closely on 1.5 million by now in membership. It's a very strong, very well established and a very well-funded organization that's at its core a hate group against the white population. It's as simple as that. And by doing what Afriforum did at this point in time, Afriforum showing themselves or purporting themselves to be the voice of the Afrikaners, the biggest organization on behalf of Afrikaners, and then going and throwing a case at court, it causes tremendous problems for us. It shows tremendous weaknesses that will be exploited in the weeks and months to come by Malema and his communist hate group cronies. And that is what we are sitting with. Thank you. I will make a video or two tomorrow about certain other issues also relating to this. watch my YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to it. Do not miss anything that is relevant. And once again, thank you so much for your support. I'm signing off. I'm saluting you. We will speak again tomorrow.